thighs of brass, his legs of iron, and his feet part of iron on his plate. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them into pieces. So Daniel's already breaking down the dream to Nebuchadnezzar. Okay? So, but Nebuchadnezzar didn't understand it. All right? Nor did he remember. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, and no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. Right? So those other nations, they weren't to be found. Meaning that they weren't going to rise up in their power again. Because Yahweh Shah gave them their time. All right? The fulfilling of the Gentiles. Okay? Which you Edomites are the last ones to reign. All right? They're the last to reign. Esau. The scriptures bear and back that up. All right? I'm going to jump Daniel 2 and 36. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, are a king of kings. So Nebuchadnezzar was the king of kings, man. He ruled. He had a great kingdom. He had a beautiful kingdom, right? On the earth, right? So to speak, beautiful kingdom on the earth. All nations ran to. Every bird, every animal, was there and what have you. It's like here in America. And it says, Thou, O king, art the king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of heaven hath he given into thy hand, and hath made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. So every king is granted as part of the gift of being a king. They rule over everything. Just like you people got to understand that Esau is going to control everything. He's going to control your lives, he's going to control animals' lives, he's going to control, now he controls the crops. He got patents on seeds. If you want to bear these major companies or these major farms that try to use other seeds or what have you, they can't be doing that, man. They got to use certain seeds from certain major companies in order to grow that crop. Now, you see what I'm saying? So Esau, he has rule over everything. He puts his names on everything, man. He puts his names on the lands, on the planets. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm going to get another scripture. This is Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So that one scripture breaks. It's like Paul said, I'd rather use a few words than 1,000 words to edify. You know what I'm saying? So that scripture right there in Psalms 49 and 11 is plain, man. It's telling that nothing lasts forever. Nothing on this side. Nothing that's given by a man or a woman or a king or a queen or money doesn't last forever on this side, man. And your inward thought is that it's going to continue forever and ever, and it's not. And that's what us brothers are here to do. We're here to shut that down and to tell you the truth. Okay? The triumphing of the wicked is short. They call their land after their own names. Right? So Esau is going to do what Nebuchadnezzar did because it's part of being a wicked king on this side. That's part of being a king in general. That's part of being a king. You own. You rule. You have slaves. You have servants. You have the righteous and unrighteous way to do it. Okay? The scriptures talk about it. So going back to the book of Daniel, where he breaks down to Nebuchadnezzar that the head of gold is him. All right? And verse Daniel 2:39, and after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. So you see what I'm saying? It continues on, it trickles down. With these people, they rule. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. Right? And the iron represents the Roman Empire. Okay? That's the Roman Empire. Alright? After the Roman Empire were destroyed by the Anglo-Saxons, what they call the barbarians, or what have you, they were known as the savages, what have you. They're the ones that basically took down the Roman Empire with the Severians. He's the one that brought the downfall of Rome. Okay? Then after that, after the Dark Age, the medieval times, it became known as the Renaissance period. Renaissance means the rebirth. All right, the rebirth of what? Of who? Of you Edomites. Okay, I started coming out with y'all's Michelangelo's, Da Vinci's, and what have you, the paintings and all these different poetry and what have you. See what I'm saying? That was the rebirth of Esau coming back to Jerusalem. Because Esau ruled at one time was to the Greeks and the Romans in the scriptures. The book of Daniel talks about Alexander the Greek. Okay? It says, and Daniel 2:41, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of iron. For as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with merry clay, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Right? That's today. That's plain. We see that today in the so-called white man's kingdom. All the sides set themselves, but the kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Okay, so it's already been set up to be the downfall of failure. Daniel 2:43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with merry clay, they were mingled themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. That's talking about the kingdom of Israel. Okay? Yahushai's chosen is the Mount Zion, his monument. The kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, brass, clay, and silver and gold, the great God had made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter, and the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. So it's certain that these kingdoms, the heathen, are going to reign but be destroyed. Like Job said, the triumphing of the wicked is short. Okay? And your inward thought is that you're going to reign forever, from generation to generation. Right? So that the kingdom of Esau is about to be destroyed. Scripture in Daniel in a second. And it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. They're like going to Daniel chapter 7. It's talking about the four great beasts that he saw rising out of the sea with a vision. the back of it 4 wings of a fowl, a bird. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. And that's the kingdom of the Greeks. Alexander the Greek. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful, terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. Okay? So that's the Roman Empire. Okay? Because the Roman Empire was vast. You know, but it was branched off from Alexander the Greek. Alexander the Greek conquered much of the old world. Right? It was divided into 4 generals, and then of course they went to war with each other. So, and then the Romans were part of that the division of Alexander the Great's kingdom. But the Romans is what ruled the majority of the mass of the world. They were very strong. That's what that iron was. Okay? But if you notice that in history, Alexander the Greek and his kingdom, it was brought to naught. It came to nothing. You know, King Solomon speaks about how you lay it's vanity, the vexation of spirit. When you build and you work up for a kingdom, this side and it's taken away from you, or you can't leave it to somebody because there's somebody there that's going to take it from you. Right? And I'm going to go back to Daniel 7:7, and it says, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Alright? So, you know, eventually, if you read history, you know that the Romans were destroyed. They fell. And like I said, that it was through the Anglo-Saxons, whereas the barbarians, the savages, and they're the ones that brought it down. You know, Rome lost its, got weak in its infrastructure, its economic, its influence, its Roman influence was weakened. Okay, that's where Constantine the Great, and started incorporating the paganistic worships into Christianity to have it, and that's where they came about with the Roman Catholic Church to continue its legacy, man. And the Roman Catholic Church is still well and alive, man. All right, and believe it or not, America is governed. That's the false prophet. Okay. All right, and that's the main religion that you Latino tribes are into. That Catholicism. Y'all are into worshiping demons and angels. Going back to Constantine the Great. They departed the capital of Rome. They went to Constantinople and tried to continue its legacy or its kingdom there, but it weakened. It faded out. Okay, the Anglo-Saxon, the tribes, I forget the names. There was, I think there was 10 of them. I can't remember their names, but they were the ones that started running things. Okay, and that's what's going to happen to America. America is going to be destroyed. It's going to be ransacked. It's going to be kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation, family member against family member. It's going to be utter chaos in this place, man. It's not no joke. It's plain about it. All right. This is 2nd Edges chapter 6. 2nd Edges chapter 6, verse 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Then answered I and said, what shall be the according asunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And us brothers, we know who Esau is, but to you that don't, it's the so-called white man. We say so-called because he's not really white, he's pale. Okay? So Esau is the end of this world, man. Esau Esau is in rulership right now. Okay, so that's today. He's the last one reigning on the earth. All right, his great kingdom. All right, going back to the 1400 when Christopher Columbus came over here, he destroyed the Indians, man. All right, the Spaniards, and there's a book, The Devastation of the Indies. I forget the name of the author, but the title of the book is Devastation of the Indies. It tells you an account of what the Spaniards were doing to you people. They were destroying you off. Okay? The same thing when Esau brought over the Negroes. So-called African Americans, but you're not known as African Americans. Alright? That's what Esau gave that name. Causing confusion. Trying to take away your identity. It's like the pastors, the preachers, the false prophets. Like I said, your political leaders, you trust in, they're leading you astray. Esau is that false prophet. Alright? Although when he sets up, he set him, the different part of his body had set himself up, like in the Roman Catholic Church, to deceive you. And he's brought you Negroes over here to start slavery. That's exactly what he had y'all do, hard bondage. Okay? And he's the end of the world. The hand, 2nd Ezra 6 and 10, the hand of man is betwixt the hill and the hand. Other question Ezra's asked thou not. So all that right there is plain. So there's a nation that's going to be governed in the end of days that he's the last nation that's set up to rule. And you got to get that through your head. And you got to know who these different nations that Yahweh Shai, the scriptures is talking about. Because if you don't understand that the Bible speaks specifically about nations, you're not gonna get this. That's the first fundamentals of this truth. Is you gotta understand that it's about nations, man. That's what it's about nations. It's not about every nation that's gonna come in and live in happiness and love with the Lord and His Son Yahweh Shai. That's not what the scriptures. It's a mystery to you people. It's part of that mystery of who the Gentiles are. The Gentiles that the scripture is referring to that are going to inherit the kingdom are Israelite foreigners that learned the way of the heathen, which is of Esau, Babylonian customs, the so-called Jews customs in Israel right now, the Kabbalists. Worshipping of idols. Okay, so y'all gotta understand that this is about kingdoms, man, nations, and who the Lord chose. All right, get that one in 2nd Ezra where it talks about where the Most High built the world for our sakes. Because Esau knows this. That's why he's distributing the world with bombarding and distributing the earth with wickedness, man, because he knows that this earth is precious to Yahweh Shai and the Israelites. And Israel love this earth. They want to care for the earth. Okay? They want to be the true tillers of the earth, the true gardeners and farmers of the earth. All right?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse
53. Start at 53.
Okay. 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 53. Upon the 6th day thou gavest commandment unto the earth that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. And after these Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all.
Yeah, so Yahweh Shai, he was already showing you the nature that's in him that resides